Taylor's put out a ton of stuff, and there's always new editions, new versions, what have you. In the last 4 years, because of her contractual disputes over her original master, she re-recorded and re-released all her albums. I think it was 8 albums that she released in the last 4 years.
Yeah, Taylor's version.
All Taylor's version. She had the Errors tour, then she had the Errors concert movie that was on Disney Plus and did well for her. And then, in the last year alone, her being kind of overexposed with what was it? Travis Kelce? Is that how you say his name?
Travis Kelce.
Kelce from the Kansas City Chiefs. She was everywhere during the football season. And now, out of nowhere, she did like a midnight release on the East Coast. It was half of it was live on iHeartRadio. And then all of a sudden, hey, guess what? A leak. Here's a second album for the Dead Poets Society album that she put out.
Tortured Poets Department.
Tortured Poet. Wow, that's going to be a problem. Tortured Poets Society or Department? Department. Okay.
Tortured Poets Department.
Why not check my notes and see what we have here? Okay, so it was released April 19th of 2024. So it's a double album edition. The second album was subtitled The Anthology, so it had more tracks. I think the first album was 15 tracks, and then they added another 30,000 tracks on the second one. But there was so many versions of this thing. From what I was seeing here, there's officially 21 versions that were available for purchase. 16 track standard digital download album, the 31 track anthology digital download album, 9 CD variants, 6 vinyl variants, 4 cassette variants, with deluxe CDs and cassettes being available exclusively via Swift's official website. That's a lot of branding and merchandising. I would give her that. Back to the Dead Parrot sketch here. So the album is just
Department.
The album came out in all those different versions, like we said, but apparently there was a limited CD edition that included this song that we're about to play and an acoustic version of a song called But Daddy, I Love Him. It was included for this for a limited time CD edition of the standard album.
Right.
So this is the first 15 songs, not the anthology, which is the second part of the album. These two tracks,
I think the first part had 16 songs. 16. And then,
Okay, so
depends on the edition.
The limited edition CD had this song we're about to play, and the acoustic version of But Daddy I Love Him was a limited time CD edition of the standard album. So that's the one that we got here. Surprisingly, not that expensive on eBay. You would think it would be more expensive because it has a couple of cuts that aren't on the 19 other versions of the album that are out there.
And that's the thing. Maybe people didn't know about the other version because I until we started really looking into it, I had no idea that this were this many editions of these CDs.
Now,
both in the standard and the anthology.
I don't know if she had tie-ins, like you got a certain version if you went to Target, a certain version if you got it from Walmart or from Amazon or from Best Buy or something like that. I know there were some certain ones that were special if you bought them off her website instead of in the store or buying the digital albums off Spotify, iTunes, that whatever. So anyway, this is the standard CD. We got this, and so let's take a listen to this here.
I get a text
can you hear it?
from my best friend.
Yeah, I can
How
hear it.
have you been? Where are you? She knows I can't get out of bed. If I say I'm fine, she'll know I'm lying. So I just
so far pretty standard Taylor.
It's depressing.
A little bit.
I can't feel my medications. I'm at home under the spell. I wish awful things on strangers just because they're
Jesus.
Sometimes I want to give up. I know I'll never try.
Whoa.
And I don't even have to, cause someday I'll die.
Jeez.
I've turned the page with Taylor. I'm all about this now.
She's been pretty open about her relationships and stuff, but this seems very very personal.
She's had it.
She's
had
done.
it. This is life.
Wow.
Who's keeping score? I've wasted so much life trying to be someone that I'm not.
So she's tired of pretending.
This is maybe like the song to the Swiftie saying, I'm done being your queen. Like, I want to be just a person.
Yeah.
Someday you'll die.
It's catchy.
There's the Taylor part. When the chorus of friends or singers come in behind her.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
Is that Is this like synthesized guitars or just the effects they're using?
I don't know. It feels very produced, you know, just probably just some machine that was run through.
Wow.
Take a bath with my thoughts. Why can't I cry?
Maybe this is why she's drinking so much with Travis. Sounds like she's
done everything you can possibly do, other than like the Beatles.
Yeah,
she's done it. You know, like there's nothing left for her to do. Maybe it's just like, what else is there for me to do in this life? I've achieved everything and above.
When life's a mess and you're depressed, breathe deep and just be grateful. There's just one sure thing in this life, that someday you'll die.
Jesus. I mean, I don't know if this is a cry for help.
Maybe I don't remember her record label. Is it Warner Music?
I can look while you're.
Maybe the label said, "Look, we're not putting this out on the regular album."
Yeah, this feels like they are kind of trying to dodge a bullet on that one.
I mean, it's a very heavy song. It's light poppy in her genre, but
right.
It's very heavy.
Oh my gosh! Like
that's what it was. Maybe it was just like, yeah, you know what? Let's just maybe put that out as a limited thing, or
kind of bury it a little bit
somewhere down the line. Maybe we'll release unfinished you know, like they do other anthologies for other artists. Maybe these are unfinished songs, demo versions of songs. Here's a song that maybe we don't release right now. So it was on this limited edition of the standard album of Tortured Poets Department.
Tortured
Poets
Department,
and
correct.
An acoustic, But Daddy, I Love Him. So
see, here's the thing.
Sounds like a Taylor song. It's perfectly in her genre that she built.
This is Universal Media
Group.
Group.
Any different than her other songs, except the content of it.
Yeah, it's Universal Media, which we know have had their issues with TikTok and being in there. So maybe try to keep themselves out of the news a little bit. She's been personal with her songs, like it's almost too personal.
Yeah.
But this seems like it's like saying, you know, I'm tired of being this fake version of myself. Leave me alone.
Well, maybe not fake version, but I'm just tired of being me. I'm tired of being this. I don't want to be this anymore.
Content aside, I like it. It's upbeat.
Catchy.
It's got a good rhythm to it.
Radio should be playing it. I'm sure they are. I don't know if
can radio play this though?
I don't know if any of the songs off this album. I know there was the Kim Kardashian song that got some attention. Thank you, Amy. But I don't know if anything's getting actual airplay.
I think the only thing really getting airplay I know is Fortnite. But Daddy, I Love Him. I think a lot of people like that song Florida, because that has Florence and the Machine on that. Up until today, this is the first I've heard of this one.
All right, we'll have to look into that for the specifics. I don't know if radio's really playing anything off of this album, but I know they're playing something off Midnight. I remember hearing that.
Yeah.
Anyway, wow, what a song.
I like it.
Very intense.
I really do.
Keep an eye on Taylor. Maybe you're right.
Seriously.
Protect her at all costs. This might be something that, as they say, a red flag.